I don't even know if we're gonna make it to.
We are confused. That is what. Dude, the 30-minute chart on NQ, man. We're like making
I looked at that earlier.
barely a new high every 30 minutes. This most recent one, this
Look
I
at
period, like got over a little bit higher, but
the yes one was even more disgusting. Let's see. Casey's here, so we're gonna get a 30-point pop. Gosh, are you guys ready?
we running?
I'm telling you, Casey joined. 30-point pop.
What's up, guys? You ready to go higher?
Yeah, just waiting on you. We've been waiting on you for 3 hours, actually.
Dude, I longed the bottom.
Nice.
Literally at 9:43 a.m. Eastern is my entry.
Oh wow.
SPY hits
Yeah, like 840s.
SPY hit 680. I took MES at 2350,
Oh, nice.
and then I
Nice.
took SPY when it hit 680. And I sold way too early, but not really. We've kind of just been chopping.
Doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, we caught the ripper for 35, 40 minutes upside, and then just been chilling ever since. So,
Hey, what is poke or pokey? Pocus?
Pokemon.
Poke, like bowls?
Mm-hmm.
How do you pronounce it?
Pokey.
It is pokey?
Yep.
What is it?
I don't even know like where it originates from. It's like Hawaiian, but it's just like putting fish, yeah, like seafood, like sushi grade fish, mixing it with like salt,
It's like a rice bowl.
types of seaweed, and then putting it on top of. Well, here, yeah. The Americanized version of it, they put it over a bowl of rice.
Well, I just started seeing it like recently, and like in the airport down here, they opened up one of those, and then I could order from Arigato Cocina Japonesa. That's what it says.
What is this? What's the restaurant called?
Arigato Cocina Japonesa.
Thank you, Kitchen Japanese. That is what it just said.
Yeah, thank you, Japanese kitchen. Whoever opened this restaurant just said, "What is the most common Japanese word that everyone might know?" We were like, "Arigato," which could also in Spanish mean like dry cat. Because like,
yeah, that is right.
Arizona, like dry zone. This would be dry cat. DocuSign headline. Are we gonna get that 220? Will gave up to get his wing stop.
Oh my god, QQQ calls are up 250%.
I'm about to order Wings Army.
QQQ 14 maybe. The top of this next zone that it's in right now goes to 613.3.
The Wings Army doesn't open until 2 p.m. What the? They just don't want me to have wings today, guys. DocuSign. Activists, investors, maybe. Really, not really getting a move. I just wanted this to do something so that we can trade it later.
Banana Rip said yesterday, Tesla call out 500% and 250 within the first hour today. Let's go. I know that the squeeze going into the close yesterday for the calls. I was like, it's not going to fire into the close. It fired at 5 a.m. Eastern. They actually back tested the high from yesterday right around 395 and then ripped it off it. So even if you didn't enter into a swing, the opening candle volatility kind of gave a little bit of an entry, but nice work. Let's go. Let's go do some work.
US to pay tariff refunds. Macro headline. Importers.
Refunds. We want refunds.
US to pay importers tariff refunds. That could be a bad headline, actually.
We want refunds. Let's see.
Not reacting to it. Here's the full headline. US to pay interest if ordered to pay.
Oh, if ordered to.
Yeah, they read out the wrong thing. Okay. So you're good. So we're going to 250 now.
Does ES give us the full move back up to like 69.05?
The headline came out in pieces right there. All right. So nothing burger on that. So say I don't see any algo reaction at all. The video is getting a big push off the MA9. Apple and Microsoft are just trying to fade. So I think if you could just get one more push in the market, you could probably short it.
I think we might want to go see like 280s on NQ.
Think we get all the way to 280s?
Yeah.
Just hit 220 at this point. Goodness gracious.
Let's see.
Yeah, if it gives us 280s, I might short it for a pullback.
Yeah, your 4 hour 200 period is at 250. But you're definitely getting, I mean, you got a 76 RSI on the hourly. You're a bit extended short term. Had to go with some voodoo fries here.
Ooh. I don't know what that means. It sounds good.
Wingstop.
I don't know. You guys just have me hungry at this point.
I just had some ACP and scooping it out of the dish with a fork and throwing in some tortillas for lunch.
It's actually bad that I know what you mean by ACP.
So good.
I kind of just want some
I
fried
mean,
chicken.
you out of everybody would know what that is.
Everywhere calls it different.
All the white people in the States call it ACP at the local Mexican restaurant.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like each where I used to work, it was AMP. A lot of people call it like Ranchero Special is the other one that people called it, and then is it like Pollo Feliz or something? What was the other one? I don't know. There's like every Mexican restaurant kind of like just changes the name of it. Arroz con pollo is pretty standard though. That sounds so good, dude. I would kill for some cheese dip.
Sounds like you should probably order food at this point. You've been talking about it for an hour.
How do you do this? I'm stupid.
This is a big bounce. It's going to be interesting too. We got Broadcom tonight, right? Earnings.
Mm-hmm.
That should be a.
See what happens if I do this.
One of my best options trades of the week was a strangle on Apple. I opened on Monday, and that has done. That's already came in like 60%. Microsoft kind of off that high trend line there. Man, Google's the one that just has done nothing. Can't get in gear.
Apple's getting sold off. Are they just?
Just toying with us.
They just want me to click buttons. Is what they want.
Do we rip through this tomorrow and go right through 25.5 and then it's off to the races? Who's got that on their bingo card?
I think we're gonna have to make it there with Broadcom.
You are correct.
No, I can't do anything here.
I think we just wait. See if we run it up to 250, 280. Just wait. I don't think you do anything.
I mean, that's what I've been doing all day.
I mean, SPX is. I mean, you still got, what are we, right below the 21 here? 68.87. reclaim of the 50 would be. Well, I don't think you go straight through the 21 and then get through the 50 today. Probably not realistic.
Yeah, we're already up, what, almost 2% on the day? Or 2%?
I don't even know if we get a pullback today, unless it gets aggressive to the upside and then pulls back to here, or you get some kind of crazy headline. That's the only way.
I mean, the two Mag 7 stocks that look the best are Google or Meta and Amazon. Meta into that, I'm talking on the daily, obviously over that 660. And Meta up into this gap.
This is what I like. Let's go. Okay.
I mean, NVIDIA just tagged that 9 period on the daily and stopped.
I don't know. I'm just sitting here hanging out. I'm not even looking at anything until something changes or headline does something. I mean, what do? You just buy the 21 again right here?
Oh, there's no way.
I know at some point, touch a 21 again, it probably doesn't hold. Just keep riding the 21. You should really ride the 9.
Yeah, use code WolfX at Apex. $29 end of day drawdown, new accounts. That's the 50K. Pretty cheap entry level, new rules to try out. Good Lord.
Janet.
Lotto end of the day puts.
Still an hour and a half left. Probably make a new high first.
Yep.
I don't know.
Oh, I can change that myself. Look at me learning how to code. This is stupid.
What are you coding?
New indicator. Well, updated on my zones indicator. See if that does anything.
This music makes me think I'm in a hookah lounge.
Yeah.
Hell
Rolling on
yeah.
that.
I'm going to change the title of the stream to Watching Paint Dry.
Paint thinner.
Grass is growing. Spring is here. Amazon cut jobs in robotics department. Are they having a
Need to change.
Are they hiring robots in the robotic
Oh.
department? That'd be interesting.
Ooh, ouch.
Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah.
Today will teach you patience. That's right.
Absolutely.
What? These people are crazy.
Nutty buddy.
What did pull up just while we're talking, because we're not doing anything else. Pull up EWY. That would be, anybody know? Bueller. That is the South Korea. Look at that stick today back. After being down, what was it, down 20% off the highs?
Yeah, something like that. It was down like 10% back-to-back days. 18% off the highs. That's crazy.
That was crazy. Japan was the other one that got rugged, but
Well, like on this day, this thing gapped down 11%.
yeah,
And
obviously
last-
the overnight session's gonna.
But you can't tell because the overnight. But last night it was down like way down here. There you go. There's the
Whoa.
official. That's the actual Kospi.
Like, what is that news on? That's kind of crazy, actually. Talking a 20% move in 2 days.
Part of it was micro. I think part of it had to do with gold, because I think I was doing just like a little digging into it. I think they have to, all their trading has to be backed by gold or something, but they're like degenerate gamblers. And when this happens, I mean, what's crazy is this move looks insane, but you only came back to literally where you were
Half
trading like 3 weeks ago. I mean, it looks wild, but I've seen crazier.
What the hell?
What the hell is even that?
The hell is even that? Oh no, that is right. Okay.
Nvidia's getting a little rollover looking action into the 21 though. Still an uptrend.
Can you imagine if they close the day unchanged?
I got hungry, went to heat up leftovers.
Nice.
US stealth bombers to land at British bases in days.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
They're done bombing them? They're out of missiles? Like, what have they been flying around for 2 weeks? Come on.
Don't they usually go back to the show me state?
St. Louis.
Mr. Ray. You can find me in St.
St.
Louis.
Oh, God, you read my mind.
What a gunplay.
Show
Ring
me
all
something.
day.
Show
Na,
you
na,
wait.
na. Some got jobs, some sell.
Drugs.
Others just smoking all day. I'm from the home of the Red Fox.
Jordan, this video is hilarious.
Sandy and Tatum, Brad.
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
You little
I thought that was
baby,
funny.
no.
TP. That's pretty funny.
I thought that was good.
I thought you were gonna headbutt the camera.
Maybe one of these times.
Oh,
Is this just along again?
I love the ending. That's so good. Mike, you should have just took your mic off, threw it at the wall.
I know, just
Mic drop.
yeet it. If you guys want to have a quick laugh, go check the Wolf Trading X timeline
Yeah, that's funny.
or Instagram, TikTok, whatever. YouTube Shorts.
Let's just all laugh together.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here, hold on. Put up,
boy.
this one.
Yeah. Come on, baby. We need TP. We need a good TP. It's been a minute. Who do you think can win in a Mog battle, me or Nasdaq? You can't even hear the music. Nasdaq
I
is
hear.
currently trying to Mog me, but it's not gonna happen because Ace Mogs all. Nasdaq hasn't learned that yet. Fuck Dagestan. Send him 2-3 years now. Dagestan and put it. Wait, what just happened? Did I hit? Oh, what? Bro, my whole screen glitched and we hit TP. Let's go. Let's go. Nasdaq gets mogged by Ace the Kid. 140 points. Come on, baby. We need TP. We need a good TP. It's been a minute. Who do you think can win in a Mog battle, me or Nasdaq?
Love it.
Nasdaq is currently trying to Mog me, but it's not gonna happen because Ace Mogs all. Nasdaq hasn't learned that yet. Fuck Dagestan. Send him 2-3 years now. Dagestan and put it. Wait, what just happened? Did I hit? Oh, what? Bro, my whole screen. That was some bullshit. My thing was frozen for like 20 seconds, and I didn't even notice. That was some bullshit.
Nasdaq gets mogged by Ace the Kid.
Mogged.
Is that today? Is
Yeah,
that this morning?
this morning.
Well done. Let me go grab my food.
Thank you.
Nice.
First
The losing streak with
first
a
trade
huge
of the
trade.
month. With a like 1 to 5 R. Outmogged. Oh, look at this jester in the chat.
Rage clicks.
Jester.
Dude, what did they do to the VIX today? Back to 18? No. Down 12. Right back to the range. The VIX hit 28 yesterday, is that right? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Gross. Volatility is nasty.
We like when it comes in, though. That's when you get paid. Tell you what, though, like if you're people that were buying puts yesterday or trying to hedge, like they just got crushed today because that premium comes out of there and they just not gonna work. You gotta monetize them.
Oh man, I was starving. I mean, just look at your 20. Casey, tell the people, just look at your 21 EMA.
Buy the dips. Until proven otherwise.
I saw your little mug you posted. It's pretty cool.
Oh, the Tumblr thing.
Yeah, whatever that thing was.
Yeah, got that from my mom for a birthday present.
Dip the buys.
Dip the buys.
Joe, I sent link in your DMs.
What happened?
I just sent Joe the stream link.
Rivian.
I know Knots and one of our other friends were talking about Rivian today.
I was short and I took them. I mean, I sold some of my put spreads yesterday down into those lows, but I still have like, I don't know, 25 contracts on or something. I'm short the or I should say I'm long the 17s, and I think I'm short the 12s. $5 wide
Oh, fuck.
out
got 'em
into May. More of a
Yes.
swing trade, but
I'm just fucking with Joe at this point.
There he is.
What's up, everyone?
I can hear you clicking.
I just will say fundamentally not a big fan of the electric car space right now. It's going to be a tough road ahead.
And ones that don't make money for the next 3 years.
Yeah. I wouldn't, like, if you're trying to swing it for a bounce, like if you're trying to buy it fundamentally, no. No, thank you.
You can trade it because it's a retail favorite, but outside of that,
Yes, correct. I can tell you electric car sales from the stuff that I track so far in the first quarter has been very bad. It's been terrible. So I think short-term bearish, long-term, like you're talking like 3 to 5 years, 10 years, maybe.
Black Mama's looking at Google upside. You gotta break your 100-day. If you can do that, then you're pretty much out of this downtrend.
Quant Hood in the house.
I like that. And we haven't moved at all.
On
On the high
ONDS headline.
Is that the Watt Bender special?
That is the
Mhm.
one special. Dude, he was in my city. I didn't even get to see him the other day.
Dude, my kid the other day goes, "What's up, Watt Bender?" I was like, "What?" I'm like, "Where did you hear that?" It was so funny. I was dying laughing. I was like, I must have been saying it at some point.
Yeah, he's listening to the stream.
That's huge.
What's up with? I mean, Bitcoin just showing that big love today. 73.5 up 8%.
I'm trying to look around at anything like really of note. Cybersecurity is kind of bouncing.
I mean, IGV is up at 85. I mean, software has been the strength. Microsoft, ServiceNow,
ServiceNow has
runs
been
over at
cooking.
Adobe Reader.
Agentic AI is really Path isn't really getting much love.
Oh, that's a good glass of ice cold, sweet Southern tea. That we bought at HEB.
Listen, I love me some sweet tea. I'm not gonna lie.
Preach.
Oh yeah. Dude, I found an ice cream that tastes like Earl Grey. It's amazing.
Can you take us higher?
Hourly candles just slowing down.
This is it's tough.
Can you take me higher?
Yeah, Bitcoin had a nice curl off the bottom.
Why is Rivian red on a day the entire market's up? Rivian and CRM, JP Morgan, Deere, Walmart, Apple, Google. J&J, Lockheed Martin. Oh, Mercado Libre.
Menchie. Let's go.
New highs.
Just finish the freaking move. Just so we can trade something. ES is about to make a new high. There it is, new high on ES.
The war's over. We are now ripping.
White House official confirms to me now that Warsh would replace Fed's Miran.
Myron.
Miran. Miren. Miren. Ustedes mírenme.
Oh,
Miran sounds way better. It's like Iran.
it's more Frenchy.
Oh, well, never mind. Then it's not better.
Mita.
Oh my God. I'm in long on Bitcoin. What's your price target?
1 million.
Well, I just wanted to see, like, Maku, do you have a price target? BITO shares, but big. You said so. You looks like you referenced a Bitcoin chart. So I'm just curious, what's your Bitcoin price target from here?
I know mine if I was long it.
250K short term.
No, stop.
Oh, I love that's a good one, KT. No, that's KT. KT knows what he's doing. That's a good one. That's it's a next level troll right there.
$9 and 200,000. That's why Jane Street does that. That's crazy. A crazy thing to say.
That is, it's only crazy if it's not accurate.
There's speculation they're doing what they were doing in the Bitcoin market in silver now.
Thought they ceased operations or something.
That's why it's speculation, but I don't know if it might just be the silver people like retail trading silver. They just get
Those
smoked.
people are-
Oh, it's Jane Street.
People are just always looking for the big boogeyman, you know.
Mhm. Well, they were doing
Wall Street
Really not
boogeyman
great stuff.
suppressing price. Price just went up 100% in a month.
on Bitcoin. They were doing
Shit.
treacherous things in that order book. But
Yeah, that's awesome. But all it is all they were doing is taking advantage of people that are over leveraging, which are dumbass people anyway.
100%. I was talking to
If those flash crashes only work because they know people are highly leveraged and will get stopped out because
Right.
people are just gambling. They're not actually trading or taking positions in it. They're putting
just-
10x,
it's-
20x,
yes.
50x leverage on their
Right.
Bitcoin positions, and they get stopped out and that's why those cascading liquidations happen.
It's too much
because it's
size.
just leverage.
Agreed. I was talking to a mentor before. They used to be a commodities trader at Goldman Sachs, and I asked him, I was like, just like give me a wink or anything like that. I was like, are the markets manipulated? He was like, no, it's just people with $100 trying to sit down at $1 million poker table, so it looks like it's being manipulated.
Yep.
In reality,
All right,
they're
well,
just
We did get a price target from Maku here, which is fairly reasonable price target, 81K.
which is the weekly. What do you say? Weekly Head and Shoulders.
That's valid. That's a trend line.
81 takes you back to November's low, maybe.
The breakdown of the Head and Shoulders big pattern on the weekly.
Yeah, my Bitcoin target would be right here, 74. Maybe that weekly 9 at 76.
75,819.
50 day is at 76 as well. Oh, do we just short this into the end of the day now? Made a new high right before power hour, hit the pivot point.
Might as well. What else
Watch it
we
like wick down at the hourly close and just come right back up here. I'm about to have to open up.
I don't really think we break below 68, 85 something else. Could come back down there, but I don't think we really spend a lot of time below there.
Can you take us lower to the promised land?
Oh. Oh yeah, I gotta forget what I was doing. Here's the nice thing about like understanding risk reward and price action and stuff in the situation. You just sit here all day and don't really do much of anything. No stress, no worries. Not getting chopped to pieces. Made money.
There's a lot of people getting chopped up today, guaranteed.
Yeah, code Wolf, by the way, get you that best discount. WolfX if you want to go get the cheap Apex ones. If you're gonna just do dumb stuff and get chopped up, like save yourself some money. WolfX at Apex, you get some cheap accounts right now. Or you can just sit here and hang out and shoot the shit with us. Let me get Evan rolling on Stocks on Spaces.
I feel like they do. I don't know. Where do we go from here? I mean, if you look at the hourly S&P, we are right back dead smack in the middle of that range. Google went red? Really? Surprised Google can't find a bid. It's been a little soft. boy Amazon is doing what it needs to do, though.
Boeing lawsuit, Department of Justice.
Oh, TRI finally made a move. I just front ran it like 3 times when it was on the way down. Now it's up 30%. What is that? 8 days? Happens.
All right. Nothing. Cindy, I love how you just held the long on a trend day all day until you get stopped out. Just trail. It's beautifully done.
Cindy kills it.
Yeah, actually, I was talking this morning. We said we may have to get Cindy up here on the panel with us one of these days.
Yep, there's Chopper, right? Decent volume today on the wow. I mean, we're not done yet, but if you do look at the volume on the queues compared to yesterday, it's half the volume today.
Rug it. Send it. Yeah, Boris actually. DoorDash more profitable than trading the last 2.5 hours. Probably longer than that, honestly. Trump and France President Macron discussed Iran in a call.
We have the greatest military in the world. We will not be stopped.
Dikembe. Dikembe's boast appears tomorrow and just no.
Not at my house.
Earwag. That was savage when he used to like reject people at the rim, and then he just hit him with this. Like the ball's still live, there's still rebounds, and he's just doing this, and he blocks another one.
Drop it.
Do something crazy. Do something crazy.
Just like wick it down like a flash, 100 points. Just boom, shake everybody up. Little liquidity break.
Boris, do you eat people's fries? All right. We have to do another round of push-ups to get this market moving. Uh-oh.
Oh, flash crash, 8 points.
Woo! Let's go.
Oh. Come on, let's go down like to 50s or something. Just make it
Markets
interesting.
in turmoil. That's funny.
What's that what's the place that makes the square burgers?
Wendy's.
Wendy's nuts gonna hit your chin.
Coming in a little bit here. Movement 73. Is this a complete thumper?
Got
Let's
his
go.
ass, bro.
Frankie, let's go back to the lows.
All right, I had it. Not
Can't
that
get
big.
excited about 20 points.
I know.
Stop it. This is the most excitement I've had all day.
Exactly.
The morning was exciting.
I'm short a piece from 91 in ES. I'm going to trim some. Filled. Order filled.
You just buy this 165 that we set at for 3 hours earlier.
Order filled.
Yeah.
We're at POC here.
Stop his break even. Dude, if they rug this like a 200 points, it'd be awesome.
Check the PM chart. What's PM? Philip Morris?
Philip Morris? Philip Moray?
I mean, bullish Zens, right?
Big time.
See?
See, you gotta get that on the soundboard, brother.
I do need that on the soundboard.
Need a sound. See?
See?
This is like that huge. This is a huge wall that we got stuck at forever earlier. Does this just hold here?
65?
Trump
Right.
says Venezuela is working very well with U.S. representatives.
They're giving us
Very
all the
well.
oil we can have. We're going to get it all. All of it.
Great oil, and I know a lot about oil. Let me tell you, this is good stuff.
Because I used to sell oil. I am an oil salesman. Oh, now they're gonna dump it. 65. See you later.
We going butter through POC. Butter.
Just knife it. Oh, whoa.
There's Ivy
gotta
Island
figure-
right here. 146. AWS introduces OpenClaw on Amazon Lightcell to run AI agents. There you go, Tommy.
Oh, jeez. That's freaky.
Guess where ES is? Anybody? Where is it? Daily 9.
Same spot.
Look at ES on the Daily 9. Where are we? I'm on the Daily, but 86.
This just bounces right back to 180, doesn't it? They want me to take another trade here. They're trying to bait me in. Not today, Satan.
I grabbed a short at 158. Sorry. Back to the POC.
What is it? POC's what, that 164 and a half?
Five-ish points. Yeah. Keep it
Apple
moving.
does look like it's breaking down.
My stop is in profit. Okay, cool. I think that we could take 140s, but I'm not going to hold my breath with the speed that we're getting. But that would be full target for me to stop trailing and just take it off.
Let's just take us downtown Chicago. Let's go there. How about them moving the Bears to Indiana? Good thing I'm not a Bears fan. Like, get them out of here.
I got taken out in profit right there. I've always wanted to see a Chicago hockey game. I don't know why.
Blackhawks?
I'm not even a hockey fan. I just feel like that would be like a cool place to be.
It's pretty cool. I think I'd rather be in like Edmonton or something like in Canada where there's real hockey.
That's fair.
Sir, they play real hockey in Florida because Florida's dominated Canada in the NHL last
Panthers.
couple years. I just want to throw that out there.
Right. Yeah, Panthers have been real.
Dude, I will hate on Canada all day long.
Dude, I love when the White House posted that picture of the goose. You know what I'm talking about? Right after they lost the US.
Yeah, it was an eagle just like pinning a goose down.
Yeah. I
was
think
pretty
about
funny.
that all the time, bro.
Real hockey in Vegas. I tell you what, as far as like expansion teams go, the NHL did it the right way, and the fact that an expansion team with a bunch of like rejects from other teams found a way to win was incredible. It was actually fun watching that Golden Knights team. You know why the USA doesn't fall on top of Mexico? Because Canada sucks. Well played, Matthew. Well played. Wall Street Journal. European leaders are reportedly challenging Trump. On Iran, of course.
They don't know what they're challenging these days.
Do we hold this outer VWAP band or actually start to crush back down?
I can't remember if I said it earlier, but I got flat.
I don't know. I couldn't even find a way to get into this trade.
Just blindly short it. Close your eyes. Sometimes it's the best way.
Right?
Because right now it's rolling, and it's rolling nicely.
Yeah, this is the 3:15. This is the 3 o'clock. This is the end of the day. Fucking bullshit sell off.
Trickery.
Maybe.
It's
Yeah.
probably a buy right here.
Yeah, probably. I'd like to see it lower. I'm like scanning out on the 10. Like I could see it dump to like 25.
I like it.
down, 25.
Oh, 50s?
Yeah. Yeah, 050 level. Actually, maybe 085. I'm flat.
I have to type something on mute for a second.
Yeah, Meta peeling back a little bit. Amazon's still decent. Google's the weak one today, down $1.19. And Microsoft is right on the trend line here. Needs to hold 407 or it's going to 406.5.
What do you do with this?
Nothing.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, obviously that was a decent little drop there, but
I don't think you do anything. If anything, it's what sector's doing. Microsoft right is the intraday trend line on the 5-minute, so you need to hold that here. Discretionary looks fine. Semis sitting on the 55-minute. And it's really just tech. Banks look fine. A little bit of a rollover in the junk bonds.
where's Trump live at?
Healthcare looks fine. Real estate. I mean, everything's green except staples and energy. So probably gets bid up, honestly.
Oh, I see. These on X.
Happened. So we're in very good shape now. I want to let you know that, and we will continue forward. but it's a great display of military strength, and I'm very proud to have, with some of the people in the room, both senators and congressmen, we rebuilt, and women, we rebuilt our military during the first term, and we're using it a little bit more than I thought we would have to. Venezuela worked out really great. We have a wonderful relationship with the president and the various representatives, and we're taking out hundreds of millions of barrels of oil, and that goes to our benefit and to Venezuela's benefit. They'll be doing better than they've ever done before, and we will get a big piece of that, and we'll also make life wonderful for the people of Venezuela who have been very, very badly hit. So that's a lot said in a short period of time, but you can witness it for yourself. And now we'll get on to something that I'm very proud of, because it was sort of my idea, like
Very much so.
build your own power plant. And everybody thought I was kidding. They said, really, you can do that? How would you do that? I said, we'll get you fast permits, and you'll build your own plants, but we're going to discuss it in great detail with the biggest people in the industry and some of our great leaders and senators. And congratulations on the Medal of Honor for your 100-year soldier. You know, 100 years old, 101 to be exact. And Daryl's been fighting that he get the Congressional Medal of Honor for many years, Daryl, right?
Mr. President, I give you all the credit for overcoming the lawyers in the Department of the Navy in a way that I thought was amazing.
Yeah.
And
Well, we
nobody
didn't
could have done
too
it but
long to
you.
go. Maybe it'll be a long. We had to get it to him a little bit quickly, but he looks like he's in good shape. He's got some years left, right?
He's planning to come back here for your next Medal of Honor ceremony. And,
He'll be
he's also going to be the star at Tailhook this
Right.
summer if you want
Right.
to come to Reno.
Well, I congratulate you for that success. That was amazing. He didn't stop. I've known him a long time. He never stops. So congratulations. It's very nice. We're here this afternoon for a historic signing that will help keep down utility bills very, very substantially, and electricity prices for millions of Americans, and in many cases for a lot of people that don't really understand why they're going up, but they're not going to be going up. They're going to be actually going down. Today, we follow through on an announcement I made in my State of the Union address last week, as America's largest tech companies officially signed the Ratepayer Protection Pledge. It's a big deal. It's going to have a tremendous impact on electricity costs. We're bringing down all of the costs. We have this little interlude to do what we have to do, because we had it going, but these interludes are very important, especially this one. But the economy has never been like this. We broke 50,000 on the Dow. People thought we wouldn't do that within the first 4 years. We did it in the
Yeah,
first
there we
year.
go.
And we brought 7 on the S&P, 7,000 on the S&P. They said that's even less likely to happen. And we did that too, all within the first year. Under this new agreement, big tech companies are committing to fully cover the cost of increased electricity production required for AI data centers. And that would be prices for American communities will not go up, but in many cases will actually come down, and very substantially. Because, you know, the data centers, and you people are so big, you're the biggest in the world, but they've developed a little bit of a bad public, they need some PR help, because people think that if a data center goes in, their electricity prices are going to go up, and that's not happening. It's not going to happen. And for the areas where it did happen, it won't happen anymore, because they never had this alternative. It's actually going to mean the prices come down. You're going to see how badly they want. Some centers were rejected by communities for that, and now I think it's going to be just the opposite. This means that the tech companies and the data centers will be able to get the electricity they need, all without driving up electricity costs for consumers. This is a historic win for countless American families, and will also make our electricity grid stronger and more resilient than ever before. So that's part of it. It's going to be strengthened up, and they're going to be getting a lot of excess electricity from the data centers where they build their own plants. They're going to be creating their own electricity. We're pleased to be joined today by Speaker Mike Johnson, who's got a difficult job, but he does it as easy as anybody I've ever seen do that job. It's never easy when you have a majority of 2, or sometimes less. Yeah, I was going to say, sometimes less, but he's amazing. And Energy Secretary Chris Wright, who's worked so hard, and Senators Katie Britt, Bernie Moreno, John Husted. Thank you, everybody. Really great. Thanks, Katie. Representative Darrell Issa and Derek Van Orden. Thank you both. And Derek, thank you. Nice to see you. OSTP Director Michael Kratsios, AI and crypto czar David Sachs, as well as the commissioners of the Federal Energy Regulation and Regulatory Commission and an audience. In the audience, you have Laura. That's big stuff. Google. That's
That was my bad. My headphone died and it
Steel and
paused it.
things like that. Now it's Google and other places. President of Meta, Dina Powell, who was with me. Dina Powell was with me for a long time, and I called up Mark and I said, "Congratulations, that was a good hire, right? That was a good hire. She's fantastic, and her husband is fantastic. He's a great senator, and he ran in a place called Pennsylvania, and he ran against somebody that was very tough to win. It was very, very tough to win, and he won pretty easily, actually. People were shocked. I wasn't, you and I weren't surprised, were we? But he's a spectacular man. President of Microsoft, Brad Smith. Thank you, Brad. It's good to see you. Microsoft is unbelievable. COO of OpenAI, Brad Lightcap. Brad, where are you, Brad? Brad, you're so young. Look at how young. I think you have to be young in that world, perhaps. Thank you, Brad. CEO of Amazon Web Services, Matt Garman. Matt, thank you, Matt. Very well. Say hello to my friend, right? Doing a good job. CEO of Oracle, Clay Moosquark. Moosquark. Is that fairly good? I don't know.
A bunch of people shaking their head.
Sure. I usually don't, I just go right over it and I say, Moosquark. But how are you? Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I give you a hard job. It's a hard name. You did good. You did well for the difficulty of that name.
That's right. I think so. Thank you very much. And Gwen Shortwell.
Stefani.
Gwen Shortwell of XAI, another real leader. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And say hello, right, to a special person. The last administration, their allies in Congress gave us the worst inflation in, I say, the history of our country, but they say 48 years. So I'll take either one. It doesn't matter. The press gets very upset when I say in the history of our country. They get very angry about it, actually. They say it was only 48 years. I say, you know, in some ways 48 years sounds worse because it's very specific. But it sounds a little worse. But either way, take either one. And the ruinous energy policies were a big reason why many working families' utility bills increased more than 30% during the Biden administration, the worst administration in the history of our country. That's why on day one, I declared a national energy emergency. We had no choice but to do that, and signed an executive order to dramatically accelerate construction of new energy infrastructure, which we are doing at record numbers. And we're rapidly bringing down those costs, very rapidly. We inherited a mess. I say it all the time. We inherited a total mess. And in many cases, we fixed it, but we're fixing it. And we'll always be fixing it. We're going to make it better and better and better. Many Americans are still concerned that the massive energy demand from AI data centers could drive up their electricity bills in the future, and we understand that. By 2035, energy demand is expected to more than triple. Can you believe it? A lot of it is AI, and It's also all these big plants that are being built all over the country. They're coming in from Canada and Mexico, from Germany, from Japan, from South Korea. They're all coming here to build cars again. You know, we lost 54% of our car industry because we had presidents that, honestly, on trade and business, they didn't know what the hell they were doing. I could say the same thing for the chip industry. We lost the chip industry, but it's all coming back. You could have stopped it so easy. All you would have had to do is put a
Does he have a crazy
charge
list
or a tariff on.
like going on
If you
today?
want to leave the United States, that's fine. You can go to Taiwan or
I think
anywhere
it's
you
just the
want. But
mic.
if you're going to make your product and sell it back in here, you're going to pay 100% or 200 or 300% tariff. And nobody would have ever left, but they missed that opportunity. But it's not going to matter now because it's all coming. They're all coming back. By 2035, energy demand is expected to more than triple. Under the Ratepayer Protection Pledge we're signing today, the big tech companies are making 5 important commitments to keep utility prices down for American consumers. First, these companies are committing to provide or pay for all power generation and electricity needed for their AI projects, which is massive. And where possible, they'll add capacity to the grid by building new power stations. So they're going to be making their own electricity. They're not going to be taking from the grid, and they will actually probably, based on what I'm seeing, they're building overcapacity, and they'll be able to sell that overcapacity at very low prices into the grid. In addition to that, we're fixing the grid. Now, if we didn't do this was, I believe, I don't know, nobody's going to challenge you, won't challenge me. I think this was my idea. I said, wait a minute, we can't, when I first got involved with AI, they said, we will need triple the energy. Think of this, triple the energy of what we have now. Some people said double. I said, whether it's double or triple, that's crazy. And that was just for AI. It is incredible. And when you see the buildings we're talking about, you start to understand it. But unless you saw buildings that go for miles, buildings that are so big, buildings that cost $60 billion. I said, you mean $60 million? When I first got involved, they said, we're building a $60 billion building. I said, you mean 60 million? 60 million is a big building. It's not that big, but it's pretty big nowadays. They said, no, no, sir, we're going to spend 60 billion. But now it's like 100 billion and 150 billion. And the bottom line, it takes electricity like nobody's ever seen before. And I said, well, with an old grid, even if we fix it really well, which we're in the process of doing, you can't take that and double our electricity. They're going to have to build it themselves. And I told Mark, I actually told Mark, I told Elon, I told people, and nobody believed me. They said, you're going to let us build our own electricity? Because they've been so used to being beaten down and to have people with no ideas how to solve problems, and then the whole thing fails. It's a whole disaster. They said, no, I'm serious. And in one case, they submitted plans, and they didn't do what I told them. And when I called them, I said, why don't you have your plant here? We thought you were kidding. Are you serious? You really? They couldn't believe it, in a good way. They said, it's too good to be true. And I said, no, it's not. And here's the other thing. You'll have your approvals within 2, 3, or 4 weeks. It used to take 20 years to get it prior to rejection. So in other words, you go 20 years prior to rejection. They'd vote. I've known many plants where they've been, I knew people, they started off young. They were young trying to get approvals for a stupid plant, one plant. Their whole life was devoted to getting this plant. And around 22 years, in one case, 22 years later, he got rejected. I said, that's not good. He wasted, let's say, half of his working life on getting an approval, and he didn't get, now we get it in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. When I came in originally in my first term, we had 2 big LNG plants in Louisiana. They were in the 14th year of getting approvals, and they had just been rejected. And I got involved. They were tremendous plants. They're up now. They're working beautifully. They built the 3rd one. They're magnificent. I mean, if you like pipes, this is a plant. The whole thing is, you look inside, all it is pipes. I've never seen anything quite like it. It's like lying 2 or 3 Empire State Buildings on their side and doing nothing but putting pipes into it. So I didn't know exactly what it represented. All I knew is this is what they needed. So I got involved. The first one I got done in one day. The second one, I was a little bit slower that week, and it took me 1 week. So I got the first one done in one day, got fully approved. And when they called up the head, and I didn't want anything. I don't want anything for myself. I want it for the country. When they called up the head of a company like a Microsoft or like any one of the people in this room, but they called up the heads, they said, no, we got rejected. No, you just got approved. It was 1 day and 1 week, and they were built, and they're in your state, by the way, right? And they are big, and they're doing great, right? And there are lots of pipes, right? That's all I noticed. I said,
Lots of pipes.
Anyway,
I love
so for
pipe.
these companies committing
in
to
the
provide or pay for all power generation electricity needed for their AI projects, where possible, they will add capacity
all
to the
night
grid. They're going to be
blasting
adding a lot of capacity, and I think it's going to be really. And I've seen some power plants. I'm actually more interested in the power plant than I am in information. I said, where do you make the money for this? They said, information. I said, okay, that's good. That's got to be a lot of information, though, right? And it's turning out to be true. David, it better be true, because you got a big bet. This country has a big bet on it. But it's incredible what they're doing and what they're coming up with. Second, they'll cover the costs of upgrading existing power delivery infrastructure and their energy demand as it requires further investment. So they'll be upgrading existing power delivery infrastructure. They will, third, negotiate separate rate structures with utilities to clearly and cleanly assign them to the costs of new capacity investments and commit to paying even if they do not end up using all of that electricity. They're going to make a commitment. So we're going to have a situation where you're not going to have increased electric bills for homes that are in the area or even outside of the area. And fourth, they'll invest in the local communities where they build and operate,
Tesla's
provide
opening a new
workforce
IMDA.
development and jobs for skilled Americans like those with us today. We have great skilled people, electricians, engineers, HVAC technicians, server and network technicians, power plant workers, plumbers, welders, and many others, all people that I've hired. All my life I've been hiring you guys, and you've done a great job. I built a lot of buildings, a lot of good ones. And finally, they will use their infrastructure to contribute backup power to local grids during times of need. So they're going to have a lot of backup power. We're going to have a lot of excess. Basically, we're building massive amounts of electricity, and you're not paying for it at all. And the companies want to do it because this way they can, otherwise they couldn't build. I mean, the option really was not about cost. It was about there's no way of possibly taking the old grid and doubling it in a matter of months or years. So in short, America's largest and richest tech companies will be funding a colossal expansion of U.S. energy. We'll have, I read where China is building tremendous energy, and I got to respect it. But we're building similar amounts. We're building what we need, and we're building it through the private sector. We're building it through great companies, and I've seen some of the plants that these geniuses, they are real geniuses, are showing, and I say, wow, that's really great. You're really doing things in terms of technology with electricity that, frankly, the standard, wonderful power companies probably aren't going to be getting there. Maybe as you build them, they'll be start. But some of the plants that I've seen, Dina, are absolutely unbelievable. So they're going to be producing massive amounts of electricity and energy. The grid, so the American consumers aren't going to have to even think about it. And your electric costs are going to be going down. Now, unfortunately, it'll take a little time to get there. So they'll say, well, you know, I don't know who's going to follow me, but whoever is going to follow me is going to have some big advantage. You know, it happened with Biden where we got a lot of approvals for things, but they take statutorily a year or 2 years. And I got one on medicine that was good, not as good as favored nations, which we just got. That's 80 and 90% drops, okay? Nobody's going to believe it. But I got one on various medicines,
1,000%.
and it was good, but it doesn't kick in for 2 years. I said, I hope I win this election because I'm going to get so much credit. And the election was rigged and stolen. And he
There
stood up
we
there
go.
one day getting credit. He didn't even
Bingo!
know what
I
the hell
got
he was
hit. I
talking
just
about.
hit bingo.
He got the credit.
He hit every
He was
different
talking about
buzzword.
how he did this, and
Yeah.
he had
China.
no idea what he was talking about, but we were
Stolen.
the ones that got
China,
it.
chips,
And I hate
stolen
that. So this
election.
is going to happen again because somebody's going to be getting a lot of
Free
credit
space.
into the future. But this is really the pretty current future.
And a
This is
botched
going to go
name.
very quickly. This is going to
AI,
happen
it's
almost
taking
immediately.
over. It's actually taking
The United
over.
States is leading the world in AI by a lot. We're leading China. We're leading everybody.
Let us know
by a
about the
lot.
drapes, though. I
Without
wanna know
this,
about
you
the
wouldn't
drapes
even.
in
I
that
don't think you
room.
could build. Brad, you couldn't build a
Drapes
plant.
comment was really good
right?
yesterday.
Without this, I don't think you could. You'd have to rely on the grid, and you wouldn't be able to do that. So the United States is leading by a lot. We're leading everybody, and it's not only other countries are very much into it. They all want it, but we're going to be dominant in this field, which is very important. In crypto, we want to be dominant. We want to be dominant in everything we do. And this agreement will ensure that America can maintain the most advanced AI infrastructure on the planet without American families being forced to pick up the tab. And that's why the early ones, they hook up to the electric utilities and they can't produce the kind of numbers electric-wise that they want, and they end up raising the rates.
What?
It's not going to happen anymore, and now it's going to go the opposite way. They'll make a lot of money, and electric rates, we actually think they're not going to stay. I think they're going to actually, Chris, they're going to actually come down. So your electric bills will actually come down. It'll take a little while, but not long. So this new strategy, never tried before in any country, will pave the way for continued American dominance in energy and technology working together. So you're going to have great energy sources because you're going to build them yourself, and if they're not good, you'll make them a little bit bigger and better, right? But again, a lot of people, it took me 6 months to convince people that I was serious about this, and we have a very big key.
I know
to
that
what we're
water
doing
has a
is
lid
Lee
on it.
Zeldin. He's in charge of
When I first looked, I
the
thought it was a
Environmental
clear
Department
beer.
and Energy.
That's what I thought
And
too.
the
I
job
saw
he's
it, I was
done
like, hey,
is
that
incredible, getting you
beer's
fast
got a nice little head
approvals.
on it.
So some of the plants are starting and they're coming in. I say, Lee, 2 weeks for natural gas. Don't worry about wind. Forget it. It's worthless. You don't get approvals for wind. We don't do wind in this because it's a loser. Except for China, they make all the windmills. China makes all the windmills. The only problem is they don't have wind farms. You ever think somebody's going to have to look at that? How many wind farms have you seen lately in China? They make the windmills. They sell them to the suckers over in Europe. Europe is buying them by the thousands. And I told them for 3 years, this is not going to work out well.
I feel like
And
this
now
is my
they're saying I
grandmother.
was
Like
right.
drank like 2
But
bottles of
we
vodka.
are-
And this is what you get.
I say natural gas, clean, beautiful coal. We don't ever say in the Trump administration you're not allowed to use the word coal unless you precede it by saying clean, beautiful.
Like J.
And
Cole?
Chris made a beautiful speech about 3 weeks ago, and he took me very, very seriously. And every time it was about coal, and every time he mentioned coal, it'd say
Nat
clean,
King
beautiful
Cole?
coal, clean, beautiful coal, clean. I said, Chris, easy. It sort of stepped in the speech a little bit. It was a little much, but we got the point across. That coal is clean and beautiful. Well, look, it's so many of the nations that are working are using coal, and you can do things with coal today that are incredible in terms of the environment and in terms of cleanliness. But I said 2 weeks for oil and gas, coal, and for
Gas, coal,
nuclear
everywhere.
power plant, maybe take 2 or 3 weeks. So you can add on an extra week. But
thinking about getting a coal
Lee
burning
Zeldin has
stove
done
in
an
my house.
amazing job in getting you all of the permits that you need, because normally that would take many, many years, and they're already building the plants. They're being built all over the country, and they are incredible. So with that, I'll introduce Chris Wright, who's we were lucky to get him. Doug Burgum convinced me he was the best guy. I wanted Doug Burgum for his position, and because I'm very impressed with Doug. He's
There
doing a
goes the
fantastic
yes
job.
right
He
back
said, there's
towards
somebody that's better than me on energy. I said, a guy named Chris Wright.
IWM's actually pushed it,
He's
too.
the biggest in the industry. He's the smartest. He's the best. I say, really? He's better than
Broadcom's
you? Doug has a
gonna be
very
a big
big
deal
ego.
here.
So for him to say that was not easy. But I met Chris, and it was sort of love at first sight. He has done some job, and so has Doug. We gave him Interior, where they have all the oil, and we gave him energy where they take it, right? So we sort of did a friendly merger without going through Congress, because if we went through Congress, it would never get done unless the Speaker wanted to get it done, in which case it would be all right. So, Christy, you could say a few words, please?
You bet. First of all, thank you all for being here today. The reason we're here and the things that are going to happen are because of the people in this room. I want to thank you, Mr. President, for your leadership. Very early on, I mean, first week, I'm in my new job. I haven't had a boss in 40 years, and I'm in the Oval Office adjusting to this, and the President says to me two things very clearly. He says, number one, we have to lead in AI. We have to lead. This is a transformative technology. America must lead in AI, and the old energy policies that were going on would not lead in AI. We need to lead in AI. Number two, the government's a bureaucracy. It's always in the way of things. It's been in the way of AI. We've got to run the government like a business. The businesses who want to invest are our partners, and get them here right away, and we've got to work with those partners. And boy, we have 7 incredible leaders in the room today. We're going to win in AI, and we're going to stop the rise in electricity prices because of the 7 leaders that are sitting around this table. The President said you're going to work with them like business leaders. Ultimately, this is not a negotiation where one side wins and one side loses. We have the same interests. The interest of the businesses is to be embraced by the communities so they can build and develop data centers in their communities. Those data centers that are developed there are going to bring jobs and opportunities for people. They're going to have us lead in artificial intelligence, critical for our economy, critical for our national defense, and critical for our security. The nation that leads in AI will be the military superpower. That has been and must remain the United States of America. But this is a pivot, and this is a transformation. And it's the bold leadership of the President and the bold long-term vision of the business leaders that I am very proud to call partners and friends around this table, that have invested that money, that have developed those technologies, that are willing to invest those dollars, and are also willing to fix the biggest problem. We had 30% electricity price rises during the Biden administration, and we shrunk our amount of available dispatchable electricity. That is a train wreck waiting to happen, and the President recognized from the start we have to lead in AI.
Is it
we
just
have
me,
to stop
or like are
electricity
they
price
going
rise,
absolutely
and those
nowhere
are
with this
not
combo?
in contradiction. These companies are smart, they're powerful,
They're trying to
strong,
tell us
they
that
can build power,
basically what I've
partner
gathered is
with
the
them.
power bills
And
aren't
that's
going up.
exactly all
Coal
of
is
them
very
embraced
clean,
it. All of them have
and
spent
China
money
makes a lot of
to these
windows. They
noble
make a lot
causes.
of them.
And as we
That's
heard,
why
a
they're
number of
just sucker
states
for
that have
buying them.
partnered with the people on this table
Hey,
have
dude,
announced
they're telling us
multi-year rate
there's a
freezes.
problem.
Indiana's the leader now and the first one filing
I
for
don't-
a rate
I don't know.
reduction. But it is the partnership of these
K-Web
companies and a
Lottos?
business focused on
What's
government,
K-Web
focused
Lotto?
on the American people, that is the
Really
transformation.
just do
But
Bob
I
and
could
Baidu.
not be more proud
Well,
to
that's
be
not a
here.
bad-looking
I've got to thank also
reversal.
our FERC
KC
commissioners
might look at that.
are here. FERC is a noble regulatory agency that just got bureaucratic and lived in a different time and a different age. We need to make things
Bob
happen
doesn't like
fast.
it.
We
Could they
need to
stand
grow.
up?
Yes, can all the FERC commissioners stand up?
Because, you know, they're the most powerful people in the country. And
Baidu looks interesting right there, and then K-Web. KC, did you see
I
this?
have had more people say, do you know FERC? I said, do I know FERC?
What you say?
What about FERC?
You see
And I
this
learned so
setup,
much
A-Web?
about you, and you are the most powerful
Oh, I
people
don't
in the
trade
country.
those pieces of
So
shit.
we want to be very nice to you. Please get us approvals.
I heard they make
Please
good
get us
windows,
those
though.
approvals, okay? Thank you all
Looks
very
decent
much.
for a
Thank you.
bounce, though.
The FERC
That
team
one
has
does.
worked hard, smartly,
Baidu
and
looks
practically
okay.
Short for
to
154.
enable the revolution that's going to happen. America leading in
Baba
AI
looks
and
terrible,
stopping
though.
the price rises. Thank you all so much. And boy, one of the other things I'm crazy lucky about is to work as a partner with a guy who has the hardest
Frank.
job in
Frank,
the
are you
world
short this right
and
here?
does it with a smile, does it with charm, and
Try to
does it
catch
with
50
grace.
points?
Speaker Mike Johnson.
Well, thanks so much, Mr. Secretary. Thanks to you all. It's a great honor to be here with the leaders of tech and industry, the FERC commissioners. They are so very important, and all these folks who help all this happen. Look, only President Trump has the gravitas to be able to assemble the leaders of all these great companies in one room,
MOC?
and also to conceive of an idea like the Ratepayer Protection Pledge. This is an idea whose time has come. I think it's going to be so well received around the country because, let's be honest about it, there are concerns that people have had. There's a lot of misinformation out there, Mr. Secretary, about the rise in energy demand and what that's going to mean for our communities. So it is so meaningful to have leaders, the Titans, to come in and say, everybody be calm. This is going to be great. It's actually going to be better going forward. Not only is America going to stay on top and lead and be the strong superpower
balances,
that we
there they are
are,
right there.
we're going
Probably
to
sell
continue
side.
to lead on AI. We're going to continue to make the communities
There's a
better.
nice rug.
I'm in the state
Nice
of Louisiana. A lot
rug.
of this is happening in
Data
Louisiana,
points.
Mr. President. It's not just a bunch of beautiful pipes. It's
Nubank,
also data
huge buy
centers, and
side.
that is doing a big
New.
one. And of course, Amazon's working in Louisiana, and Stack, and so many of the other companies. And our communities
Everything
are
is
so
really
grateful
small
to have
on
that
all the Max
investment,
7.
and also
They're off
grateful
at
because
120,
they're coming in as
34
great
points.
corporate partners, community partners, and they're acting
you,
responsibly.
good night.
They're helping
This
to build
over-
out
this overall's
the
gotta
energy
be a
grid,
sell side.
and they're making life better, not just
Well, it was a
with
fun little
good-paying
scout.
jobs. They're actually making life better in these communities and in our states. And so we're so grateful for that. I like what you said a moment ago. This is a win-win-win across the board. You have everybody who's come to the table in good faith under the leadership of this extraordinary president to make this happen for the country. It's at the perfect time. Trust is not given by
Trust but
communities and
verify.
local stakeholders. It's built over time. And I think this pledge is a huge part
Did
of
you
building
just say
that important
rug
foundation
holders?
for the future. America's back, Mr. President. I'm so excited about that. Excited to be a part of this. Thanks so much for letting us be it. Yeah.
We are back, so back,
John, is that all right?
back like we never left.
Thank you, Mr. President. In places like Ohio, this is
Back
a very, very
like
big
a
deal.
chiropractor.
I know that you know well that if we want to have
Dr. said I
economic
need a
dominance and
pee out of
national
me.
security dominance, we need to have technological dominance.
Speaking of backs,
And
we
AI
put
and data centers are a
Iran
big
right on
piece
their
of that.
backs.
And I know that the American people want to win.
Good
They
stuff,
wanna win this,
OC.
just like you do.
OC dog
We
trainer,
want
good job.
to be superior to our challengers like China. We want to have AI dominance because that helps give our
We do have,
military, our
Broadcom
manufacturing,
earnings.
everybody
I've also got
across the
stocks
country
on spaces that I got to
needs
jump
AI
into,
dominance
so I'm
if
going to kind of be
America wants
doing
to
double
win.
duty
And
because
I
I
know
think
you're
Evan's
the
got to
leader
bounce.
of the America First agenda. You want America to win, but so do the people in places like Ohio. But they're concerned about energy prices, right? They know that they like those folks out there. The construction
8 minutes
trades,
till
the builders,
close.
the plumbers, pipe fitters, HVAC, electricians, the people that build the power plants, the laborers, the boilermakers.
Swing
Like, these are
anything
working
for
people in
fun?
places
What
like
we
Ohio
got?
that do amazing work
AVGO earnings.
to build the
I mean,
data
if you
centers.
want to
gonna
just
watch
get
it.
Broadcom's a
wild,
big
do
one.
a small
But
iron
people
condor and
just are worried
AVGO.
about
There's some premium in
energy
there.
prices and what you're offering today with this roundtable with the Ratepayer Protection Pledge, Mr. President, is great leadership. It could solve the problem.
I don't know what you do. Maybe you
This
do
is-
like 335.
I think you could drop
280.
all the way to 060 here pretty quickly if this 5-minute flip over stays bearish. You get NVIDIA and Microsoft to break VWAP right here. It was sell side MOC, by the way, 730 million S&P, 377 million on the NASDAQ.
Does anybody know the implied move for AVGO? I'm going to check right now, but I'd like to verify against.
I don't have my options chain open. Hold on. Sell them again. We're gonna sell them up here. We're gonna sell them a little more, and then we're gonna sell them to 20s.
I'm seeing that this week's contracts are saying 23%. And is that dollars or percent?
That's IV probably. The expected move is $23.97 for Friday's expiration.
Yes, I was looking at. I didn't know if it was in dollars or percentages. Yes, the
Yeah,
IVs are over 100.
Yeah, 126%.
Mm-hmm.
The best
So
thing I
expect to
did
move-
today was a lot of nothing.
So in percentages, it's about 7.7.
7.7%
I'm gonna
Broadcom
do the
move.
smallest one I've ever seen. $2.50 wide for vanity.
Or does.
Man, they have these juiced way to the upside though, I'll tell you that.
Well, Broadcom should be juiced. Look at how long it's been in this range.
It is
I
maximum.
feel like that's a
juice.
good. I feel like it's a good risk reward bet. Jordan, you trying to hit another 10?
What's that?
You trying to hit another 10 with me?
10 what?
10 what? Cartijas, push-ups.
Oh.
Cartagena.
I mean, I hit my 100 for the day. Kind of.
I hit my 100. I'm a little girl. I can't do more.
I can do more.
Yeah, well, why'd you come at me with an excuse off the bat?
This
like
guy.
Today, I'm so hyped.
Dude, I have space in here now. I'm
What's going on?
He's taking advantage of all the space he's got now, huh? You finally cleaned
It's
it
not
out.
that much space, but it's enough space to do
Enough to do some push-ups, though.
enough to do some push-ups.
Let's go. That's so funny.
All right, Broadcom.
Microsoft
Hit
did
us with-
break. Microsoft did break VWAP. Nvidia did not.
Good job, OC dog.
I feel like every hour I don't trade, I do set a 10.
Yeah, I
Are
like
they talking
that.
about the Industrial Revolution now? Do they close this under 125, 100?
Uber finally did get that little move up.
All right, let's do it.
There you go. Get them push up.
I think AMD can be a good swing long.
I don't think I can position my camera to do it.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
Dolls, I don't know if earnings ever like just are done. There's like a week or two where it's just super light.
Yeah, like after like this next week, it'll be dry until midway April, pretty much.
Look, I'll give you the old month view here. Never really slows down, but if you go to like the big companies, April, first week of April, end of March, first April, Easter weekend. And then we kick up again, April 14th. Broadcom expected at 315 based on previous releases.
Create jobs and opportunities, but more than anything, sir, we are really proud that we're going to look back and have had the privilege to work with you and know that America won at such a critical time and that we did it really working with the American worker and so many others. So thank you, sir. Proud to be here with you.
So nice. Thank you very much.
I also want to say,
Are they still talking?
you know, it was 10 years ago, way before we were talking about AI, that you said there is honor and dignity in plumbers and in workforce skills training, and you asked Ivanka, as you know, to chair that. 10 years later,
Look at these
you could
goobers
not
with their hard
imagine
hats
how
on.
much we needed all of those jobs and those programs, and you marshaled the entire government to do it. That is having an impact in cities across the country. So thank
That
you very
photo
much.
op.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Ruth, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Google is grateful for all that you and your administration are doing to secure
Google.
America's continued leadership in AI. And to your point, it must be powered by abundant and affordable energy if it is to benefit all Americans. I'm pleased to be here to underscore Google's support for the Ratepayer Protection Pledge. We're committed to assist in all of your work to support American households, American businesses in this exceptional era of innovation. So 4 brief points how we will deliver on this for Americans. First, adding to energy capacity. Consistent with your call to build, bring, or buy energy, we will meaningfully invest across America to bring new energy online, as you have stressed so frequently, to deliver the self-sufficiency that is core to this pledge. In Texas alone, we are we've contracted to add more than 7,800 megawatts of net new energy generation and capacity to the grid as we grow our data center footprint. And very much to your point, we're committed to continuing to invest to add capacity where we build.
Slow
And to
day.
that end,
We've been
we'll very
trading
shortly close on an
up here.
acquisition of Intersect Power.
I mean, it was kind of a wide range, but it was volatile.
Right next to those new additional power generation capabilities where possible.
Spent 5 hours.
To protect American ratepayers, we're committed not only to pay for 100% of the energy we use, but very importantly, the infrastructure to support that growth, whether or not we end up using that energy. And I think one example that brings that to life, I recently had the privilege of being in Arkansas with Governor Sanders, and our Google's investment covers the full
Arkansas, let's go. You heard that? Mention the grid. Only
more than $1 billion back to Arkansas.
just heard a bell.
Ding, ding, ding. Good day,
all right,
everyone.
well.
We're committed to doing that. Third, I get very excited about the topic of workforce development.
Just want some Slayer and watch
The
Ad
important
Governance.
topic of job creation.
Broadcom here.
Every one job that we create in a Google data center,
For those that don't know, Broadcom is like
9 jobs in the
the
communities in
5th
which
or
they're
6th
building that data center.
heavy, I think
Those
6th
are
heaviest weighted
high-skilled
stock in the
construction
Nasdaq.
Jobs, electrician jobs,
Well, people like think about the Mag 7 and then realize
people
Broadcom's
here today. It's
just
also
as
jobs
important in
across the
there.
community, in schools, in restaurants, with small businesses.
Izzy,
And
you
we
better
announced
take that
the fact
space
last
out right
week
now,
that
sir.
we're providing free
Arkansas.
AI professional training for all small businesses
Just respect.
across
Oh, we just
America.
dropped another.
And given the
Oh,
clear
man.
need for electrical workers in America, we're particularly proud of the work we've led to create an electrician training program, and we're committed to train 100,000 electrical workers and 30,000 new
Finster,
apprentices
tell 'em.
across the country.
Straighten 'em
On
out.
top of that, we're excited about significantly growing these programs. We've heard the pledge. Finally, Mr. President, as you said, the American grid needs to be more resilient, and so we're investing here as well. 2 quick things. We pioneered demand response with data centers, so
Should start here.
we, with technology, will move workloads out of the way during extreme weather events to make room for the community. And second, we're applying AI itself to the grid to increase capacity in the grid. So again, I want to thank you. I want to thank you all for convening us.
Start getting these earnings right in my ear.
Responsibly delivered are immense for America's businesses, for America's communities, and for its citizens. Thank you again for your leadership on this very important
Thank you
point.
very much. You did a great job.
Thank you, sir.
Glenn?
All right, I'm done with Trump. I can't listen to that anymore. Those round tables are brutal. Ooh, we're moving down. Okta, 90 cents, beat 85 cents estimate. Weeble.
Ooh, Weeble, Trade Evade. Trader's Paradise. I mean, technically. Anybody else ride that short down?
I didn't write it, but
I got out of it.
Yeah, I had a nice move.
Yeah.
I still think we can make it to, I think it goes to 60 before it goes any higher. That would be your typical back test.
60 puts you right at a volume shelf. That makes so much sense.
Yep. Yeah, Q's, I mean, that trend line on the daily, that is holding for now. Wicked over it and rejected it.
Marvell report today? No.
He when it just logs me out of trade of it.
What questions did you ask, Michael? Am I ready for the tourney? The Razorback, dude. The Razorbacks are. They have like the best point guard in the country.
Oh, Ryan, he asked, do you know what happened to Baba after the run-up? Then a report saying Lowe's took a stake in by the news, but at Lowe's.
I haven't really kept up with Baba other than I know like about a month or two ago, we were like, apparently they were helping the CCP and stuff. So
it's interesting because if you look at the FXI, which is the China and then KWeb, those things have both been hammered the last like month.
Yeah, China's been getting killed.
But I would say that those like KWeb or FXI, those are into some support levels as well. Actually, now that you think about like all the emerging markets, like China, you know, we talked about South Korea, Japan, EWJ. What's the other one? EWW. That's Mexico.
Even the EEM ETF.
Yeah, EEM. And a lot of that has to do with South Korea, but it's interesting. And part of that is you got dollar strength in the last couple weeks here. So dollar strength puts a little bit of heat on emerging markets typically.
Can we get these AVGO earnings?
We get them at 3:15, my friend.
Oh, okay, lovely. I thought we were waiting.
Yeah, I'm about to.
Or I'm sorry, 4:15. 3:15 is my time. Mine and Ryan's time of the
American Eagle, Sydney Sweeney. Up.
AEO, American Eagle. Is that the Sydney Sweeney program?
Sydney Sweeney just came out.
Let's go.
Double beat. Where it was. Are you good to take us home here? I gotta go help Evan.
Yeah, we're wrapping up. Yeah.
We got like 8 minutes before this broadcom comes up.
That's all I'm waiting for.
Yeah, I'll watch this and then I'm wrapping up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to jump though.
No worries.
Make sure you like the stream, subscribe, be a friend, tell somebody else, come hang out with us. That's all we got up to almost 400 people at one point this afternoon.
Let's go.
Let's go. Like the stream. Use code Wolf if you blew up today. Apex deal is still going on.
If we get over 400 peak, I'll give away another account.
Huge. See you, Ryan. Full screen ace.
Oh.
You gonna stick for these earnings, or you're bouncing?
I'll stick for them, but I don't even have any charts up right now. I'm working on other stuff, so don't want to throw an EVGO chart up.
Yeah. Do a different screen.
We'll watch this real quick.
Wish I had. I don't have the after. Can you turn on the after hours?
There you go, Jordan.
Thank you, sir.
Renko charts.
Boom, boom. There we go.
My damn chair kept sinking.
All right, AVGO. Let's have some fun, huh? See what they do. Tomorrow's Thursday. We got some data. Jobless claims early in the morning. 8:30 a.m. Nothing else later in the morning. That's all we're gonna.
AVGO, nothing. Nothing yet.
All right. 3 minutes allegedly. We're up just under 0.5% on the post market on AVGO. Nasdaq is still at POC.
Dadgummit, I was muted. Is Will still here?
Yeah,
Will, did you check out that RSI indicator I posted?
I did. Yeah, I threw that on my chart today. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
So like here for SPY, I just pulled up here on the stream and gave you that signal here. That's the only signal today for an overextension upside or downside was that one. And then obviously the bearish divergence here for that higher high, the pullback. Bearish divergence hit here, small pullback, and then another bearish divergence here before the pullback right here into the close. I mean, very choppy the last few hours, honestly, but yeah, I like this indicator. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, you know, it'd be cool. Just another idea. I don't know how we can figure it in there, but can we get? You know, it'd be good is to look for if we can get the hidden divergences built in.
Yeah,
because I like those. Honestly, the bullish and bearish divergences is counter trend, where these hidden divergences are very good for continuation following. and I think that would be, if we can figure out how to do that, that'd be really cool. I can mess with it. How did you when you built it? Did you build it off like the other RSI indicator? Did you copy that code? Is that how you did it?
No, it's all a custom script that I had built with the LuxAlgo Quant.
Ah, got it. Okay, understood.
Just gave it a general idea for what I wanted, and then it wrote me the custom script, and then I just kept having a conversation back and forth with it until I nitpicked it to get it essentially where I wanted, and just did that. I mean, I can copy the script that I have, throw it back to the LuxAlgo Quant, and then tell it, be like, hey, I also want to add an input in to check a box on and off to toggle it for showing hidden divergences.
Initial reaction red.
And it can probably figure that out. AVGO downside candle.
I don't have numbers yet.
Yeah, I don't see nothing yet.
Wicking back up. I got my finger on the futures button.
I know. I want to do something in here.
Oh,
I'm gonna
do something crazy. Going lower. Still nothing crazy yet. No numbers.
Oh, I got it. 1 second. EPS beat Q2 revenue guides Q2 revenue 22 billion versus 22.5 billion estimate.
They guided down?
Yeah, they guided down. What's the actual? Okay, actual EPS is $2.05. I don't have sales yet.
Was actual 2.05, expected was 2.02, revenue 19.31, expected
Versus
was
19.1.
19.1. Yeah, so a small beat on both. No big reaction on SPY and Qs, and not a huge reaction on AVGO. Cue the soundboard. Wah, wah, wah.
So they guided down. That's kind of interesting.
You've been IV crushed.
Yeah, right. Implying 7% move. Okay.
Yeah, that was no doubt. I don't like, I mean, it's kind of interesting they guided down. They missed their guide. I think that's I mean, stock is up 320 right now, but still.
I'm able to flip green.
Green, red, green, red, green, red.
Just can't make up this thing, man.
They also announced a 10 billion share buyback.
That's positive.
Oh, so you're telling me there's a chance? Can I just long NQ right here at 50 and then just catch a quick 30-point ripper, close my account and be done? Or are we just gonna chop this candle to nothing? What is this bullet here? Let's make it more fun. Oh my God, look at this huge earnings move on the 1 second chart.
I said it. Iron Condor is probably the play.
Here you go. 1 minute.
I didn't do it, but.
Hell yeah. Now this looks like a great earnings move. And then you just zoom out and you're like, It literally hit the small. Look, I drew the bigger box for the high and low, and it literally just stayed within the smaller box. Look at this bullshit. It literally just stayed in the smaller box. It couldn't even leave this range to get to the big range.
Well,
What a snooze.
Snoozer.
I will say, maybe a little. Let's do a little. End of day recap quickly. Just want to go through the majors. Majors. Where are we? We're looking.
I'm gonna skedaddle on out of here.
Nothing.
I will catch you guys tomorrow. Everybody have a great night.
All right, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Peace.
Qs on the daily, you got that trend line there. They did reject it around that 612 area and closed below it down at 610.75. So I think that's your line in the sand. And then today's high, should we take that out? Let's look for run to the 50 day, I would think, which would be 615.80. On SPX, you closed, and here's the reality, you closed below the 9 in SPX. You wicked right to the 21, rejected, and closed below the 9 and below that trend line that we've had that was already broken. So we broke away from it, retested the backside of it, closed at the 9. So I would say I'm still going to lean to the bearish side and look for rotation probably back to the middle of the range, which would be 605 if this trend line holds tomorrow. If we just rip right over it, then that would change my tune to the upside. But NDX, yeah, NDX is honestly closed more positive than the S&P, which is interesting. Technology had the strength. So, but also below the trend line, but above the 21 on the cash. What about IWM? That one still backed off the 9 and the 21, so that one closed below. You go through the mags. Tesla still below trend line, right at the 9. Apple below the 50, below the 9 and the 21. Nvidia wicked into the 9 today and rejected. Microsoft wicked into the 21, rejected that at 410. What else you got? Google still kind of on the weak side below the 9. Meta looks good. I do like Meta here. Meta and Amazon are probably the two best ones up into the gap. So there's your relative strength. If you're going to look to trade to the long side, I think those are the two you pick. Netflix at 100. I still think you probably fade that up here just because it's ramped so hard. So I like selling call spreads or calls into next week sometime. 108, 110 area. If you want to sell calls naked, that's what I'd be doing. AMD right back to the 9. I still think a lot of this stuff just back into the 9 period of 21. So you got relative strength in some of the software names. What about the banks? Let's go by sectors. Quick sector update. Number one sector today after bouncing back, being down, was semiconductors.
Ooh.
SMH.
Let's see most active tickers today. Yesterday, Plug pulled ahead of Nvidia. Nvidia is usually number one every day. It's back to number one today. Plug number 2, Ondas number 3. Intel was pretty active today. Tesla, Mara, SoFi, BMNR, PLTR, Amazon, Neo, Netflix. All on your most active list today.
Hey, real quick, check this out too. I'm gonna pull it here, Casey. I'm gonna throw my chart up there real quick.
Yeah, I can throw your chart up. You're good.
Let me I just noticed some.
You're good. I gotta bounce. I gotta bounce.
Right,
Anyways,
Casey,
guys.
talk to you.
See you
I'm gonna
tomorrow.
catch you guys tomorrow. Have a great
Yes,
night.
sir.
Later, Casey. We'll see
Later.
you. I was just scanning through some of the sectors, but check this out. Look at the volume down here today. We had big volume yesterday, obviously on that push down. Half the volume today on the way
Yeah,
up.
it's interesting.
This is XLK, which is the the tech ETF, but and then you look at communications, same thing. Financials, look at the volume, half.
Yeah.
Utilities, that's not a big one. Semiconductors, big sell side yesterday, volume probably 2/3. I would just like to look at how much conviction is there if you got a lot of volume. Obviously, we had some yesterday on the reversal, but what else? Industrials. Oh, you're kind of going nowhere there. But even still, like discretionary, all we did was kind of go to the 9. You just reclaimed it a little bit and the 200. So that's going to be Amazon and Tesla. But even like look at technology here. This trend line was broken. We broke away from it, tested the 200. All we did was wick right back to it and rejected it at the 21. So I'm more constructive, but I'd like to see the banks get some lift tomorrow. Like we need a continuation of this pattern, because when you look at the Qs, here you go. Here's your trend line through here. You wicked above it and you closed below it. So, but you did reclaim both moving averages. Yeah,
we got to get over those most recent highs to really that's basically what I've been watching on like NQ. It's the same thing on NQ. Is those most recent highs, we need to actually, shift structure above those.
We need like the bar. We need the bar to look like tomorrow, like something like this.
Exactly. Yeah.
We need to like take this high, go and close up above the 50, like into this level, this like 616. Those are your areas. If we're going to be bullish, like back to the upside, that's where we got to get through.
Agreed.
You got to get back above the 50 and back above like 616, and then I think you could probably run this back up. This is kind of a faulty trend line, but I'd say you could run it back up to 6.25, or at least these highs, 628, 629.
Yeah,
because you got a lot of free space in here. But that's
what I'm looking for. Like whether or not we sweep those highs, reject it, okay. But I think that's a big line in the sand right now for everything. If we can get up there, I think it's going to be a big decision spot.
And on SPY, it's
in that zone.
You're just right in the middle of this box, really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we closed right at 685. You got a little bit more defined trend line here, so if you get back above here, this is probably the spot you look for, is 690s for your next rejection area, which kind of fits well. And you got to get back above that 50 as well. So credit was stronger today. Regionals, this is still weak in the small caps. Healthcare, obviously energy, but I don't know. This is the only other one too, is like you need semiconductors to hold this trend line as well. In the 50, you went to the 50, you wicked below it, reclaimed it, so you need to get this pushed back up towards like 405 semis. So it'll be interesting rest of the week. I think that stay on your toes. Anything could happen. News could happen, but maybe look for a slight pullback in the morning, and then maybe we kind of bubble up under this trend line, and then we go. That would be the play. If we're going to be bullish, that'll be the play. If not, this needs to reject hard back to 600.
Yeah,
if we're going to roll back over. So that's where I'm at. All right.
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. Well, a great day, y'all. Will, appreciate you, my man. As always.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Have
a great evening, and everybody enjoy. Stay safe out there, and hopefully the weather is looking better where you are than where I'm at, because it is gloomy and rainy.
We're staying warm. We're staying warm in paradise, that's for sure. If you guys get too cold over there, you can always come down here and hang out with us. So
that's right. All right, we'll see you, everybody.
Crew. W day. W's in the chat for another beautiful day. Hit that like button and subscribe button if you guys haven't. Share the love to the crew. We don't ask much of y'all. We just want y'all to like and subscribe and show up every day to watch the show. So appreciate everybody. We'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow, Thirsty Thursday. Ryan's going to be live early as always. I'll be on Spaces for a bit, but then I'll join you guys later in the day, and let's have another great day, man. This week's going by really fast. I don't know about anybody else, but I feel like it's just flying by. And taking one trade today. We'll see if that turns into more for the rest of the week. I don't know, but happy with the performance for today, and we'll see what we get tomorrow. Everybody enjoy. We love y'all. Peace out.
All right. See you guys.